Good afternoon, everybody. There's a lot more things I'd like to be doing on a Sunday afternoon than recording video. This is too important. This is a message for John Horgan, Bonnie Henry, Adrian Dix, E.B. Farnworth, the whole gang, and the head of the BC Teachers Federation, Terry Moring. You all know me as fairly soft-spoken, logical. I very rarely raise my voice, but I'm going to raise my voice right now because I am absolutely livid. You guys, stay away from our children. I am absolutely appalled that this mask mandate came in for children in kindergarten to grade 3. I don't believe in the mask mandate in general, but this is disgusting. And to do it on a Friday and give parents one weekend to prepare their children for it. Do you not care about children? What are you thinking? Do you have children? Do you understand what you are doing to children, what you're doing to parents, what you're doing to teachers, what you're doing to all of us? I don't think you do. And to announce this mask mandate the day after when parents could choose whether or not to get the funding for homeschooling was just a dirty trick. And you know what? Keep doing this because people are waking up. People are understanding your manipulation tactics. They understand your coercion. They understand the fear. And the more terrible things that you do like this, the more people are going to wake up and realize that you do not have our best interests in mind in any way. I know of a 12-year-old in Kelowna who died last week, minutes after getting the vaccine. I know of a couple in Edmonton. They drove their car off an overpass on the Queen Elizabeth Highway after their son died from getting the vaccine. I know of a 16-year-old in Penticton, can hardly go up and down the stairs after getting the vaccine. This is not safe and effective. Children are not at risk of this disease. There's been 2 deaths in the entire province this entire time related to COVID, and both of those 2 young children tragically were very seriously ill. I know a 7-year-old who's crying because she has to wear a mask to school on Monday. She doesn't know why. I'm very upset with the BC Teachers Union. Your profession, you're supposed to be helping children. You're supposed to be caring about children, but you're showing a vast amount of selfishness. It's not your fault, though. Dr. Henry and Horgan, they've put you in this state of fear and anxiety. You don't have the time or the ability to analyze the data. You're just going on what they're telling you and what kind of fear the union is doing. They're using this as a tactic to negotiate with the government. They're using our children as a tactic. We as parents need to stand up and say, this is not okay. Do not put masks on your children on Monday. Email your school trustees, email your superintendent, email your teachers, your principals, your MLAs, your MPs, and say, leave our children alone. Dr. Henry said in her book, she said she can't stray too far from the government narrative or she'll get fired. I'm not a big fan of Dr. Henry, but every once in a while she says things that make sense. Like last year, she said she's not going to mandate masks. And she explained why. Horgan came back to work. We all have a mask mandate. And look at the anger and the fear that caused. Dr. Henry last week said, we're not going to mandate masks for kindergarten to grade 3. 2 days later, a mask mandate. This is political interference. This is politicians who have no idea what they're doing to us. I'm almost crying. I'm so upset imagining these poor kids having to go put a mask on their face for the entire day. This isn't going to help. This isn't going to stop anything. When is enough enough? And you know what they're doing. Pfizer's already put their emergency approval in for children 5 to 12. By the end of the month, it's going to get approved, and they're going to be lining kids up, and they're going to use the same tactics they did for 12 to 17-year-olds and tell the kids, you don't need your parents' permission to get this vaccine. I know people that have been seriously harmed by this. And perhaps it is safe and effective for most people. Clearly, the data doesn't show that. But even if it was, why are we doing this to the children? Injecting something in their body that hasn't been tested, hasn't been long-term tested, that should be a last resort. What are they thinking? What are you thinking as parents? Parents, you're supposed to be protecting your children. Teachers, you're supposed to be caring about children. If you're so afraid to do your job because of a potential transmission of a virus that's frankly not that dangerous for most people, especially not children, then you know what? Don't go to work. And again, this tactic of waiting until the day when parents have to declare whether they're homeschooling or not, that was dirty. I mean, the measly funding that you give anyways is it's laughable. I don't know what to say anymore. They're going to be lining kids up and vaccinating them at the end of the month. And they're going to tell you, you can take your masks off if you just get vaccinated. If you just do this one more thing, it will all be over. Well, do you know what's going to happen? A month later, they're going to say, well, still not enough people are getting vaccinated. Kids, you're still going to have to wear your mask. What is it doing to kids where they can't see people's faces? They can't see smiles. They can't interact with their other classmates in a meaningful way. They can't see their teachers' facial expressions. We've got a generation of children for over a year and a half, and for who knows how long. They're being conditioned to be afraid of other people and to keep their distance. This is wrong. John Horgan tweeted not very long ago, stay away from our children. I watched the videos that he was discussing about that. There was a handful of parents going and asking nurses what they are telling children. Are they giving informed consent? That was it. It wasn't a protest. It wasn't dangerous. But the media picks that up. Where's the outrage? Where is the outrage at the lies harming our children day after day after day, and it's going to get worse. John Horgan, stay away from our children.